Dollar General car. In fact, Dollar General big presence here because Tennessee is their home state, their home headquarters. Next car has pulled down. Fans are coming to their feet, and the cars are coming around out of turn number 4. And the food sitting 250 is green. Takes about 16 seconds a lap, and the high side was it.
Yeah, it sure worked that time. I think Trevor ran the bottom side qualifying and was able to get the pole, and I think that he just figured that was where he needed to start, especially with no rubber up on the top yet. Yeah, I think that might have been the decision, at least the reason for it, is because there were so many unknowns about how the racetrack was going to be, and he felt maybe safer and more secure on the bottom, but that outside lane was ready to go. Joey took definite advantage of it.
Sam Hornish Jr. there in the 12, along with his teammate Brad Keselowski in the 22. Now Sam trying to slide back into position. And ahead of the 54 of Kyle Busch.
Boy, just saw Austin Dillon get really loose. He tried to make a big move, big run off of turn 4.
Look at the sparks off the 31 of Justin Allgaier.
Austin Dillon got a huge run in the middle of 3 and 4 and got to the inside of Ricky's in house and tried to really gas it up to make the pass and just didn't stick.
Probably won't be the last time you talk about sparks tonight either. I think we're going to be in store for a lot of them. Not just rubbing the track.
Still side by side, this battle continues. And it's Ford and contact, and into the wall goes last quick winner.
Man, he wrecked us. Keep coming.
Austin is out.
That was right in front of points leader Elliott Sadler, who was able to get slowed down. Justin Allgaier not very high. Oh, but he gets loose.
Oh, even worse now. He's torn off the
pole. Yeah, he had damage, a lot of damage before that, but now he's got a tremendous amount.
The tethers are doing their job, holding on to the deck lid there.
Well, you see,
all right, calm down now. We'll get the deck lid hanging off the track here.
Get out of the black part of the track. Just no grip at all up there. Yeah, that's the one thing they have done is that they ground that down, and even taking the 2 degrees of banking away has made a difference, but it's just ground down. It's just slick. It has no grip up there right now. I walked up on the racetrack before practice and looked at it, and it is, like you said, Dale, just so smooth and slick. It's just hard to get any traction at all. But this is what they were trying to do when they did that, was make the racing closer down into the corners. And I talked to these drivers about that, and they said the entry to the corner is one of the things that's going to be most difficult. Now, this is the second part. He was actually trying to go up and show his displeasure, but there's no grip up there, just like we were talking about.
He makes a bad situation worse.
Yeah. That's what this track will do to you.
Yes, it will.
Yeah, I've seen it do it to you a few times. Come on. Like what I was saying when we started, Marty, is that the racetrack that's pulled the groove. The upper groove's still there, but it's just a little lower than it was, and it really narrows up the inside part of the racetrack.
And you heard someone, I assumed it was his spotter, telling him to stay tight to him to hold him down.
You got to be careful in doing that. Yes, you can slow that car down, make it to where he can't be as aggressive trying to stay there, but you put him in a bad situation when he's trying to drive it down in there and turn the car, it gets loose, and then this is what can happen. Yeah, the guy on the outside is the one that's got the most to lose in that situation.
Well, Justin is the first car torn up tonight. It won't be the last as they continue to try and get him back out there.
So much for that one-stop strategy for the 31.
Let's get another look from Elliott Sadler's car.
Inside, 3 wide, inside, dig in, yellow. Yeah, damage. No damage.
All right, let's get an update on the 3 from Vince Welch.
Austin Dillon already had a donut on the right side of that car. He's got a little bit of fender damage on the right front, but doesn't look to be any sort of a rub according to the spotter. And Austin says the car feels like it's handling fine. So even though they had a little contact, dodged a bullet there.
Let's go back and show you a little bit earlier.
Yeah, this is the big run I said about Austin Dillon. They got through the middle of the corner and pulled all the way up beside Stenhouse. But you just need that extra 6 or 8 feet on the exit to make that pass.
Could there have been a little anger on Austin's part? with the Allgaier incident?
I don't think there's any doubt that probably a little bit. He was getting crowded. You heard the spotter tell him to hold him down. And when you start getting crowded, it doesn't take long to lose your temper here.
And that's what you call major surgery, just trying to get the wounded back out under the action.
And they've been on such a nice roll with a lot of good finishes. Of course, the victory last week in Montreal. And this team was really on a roll. They weren't in the championship battle, but they had a lot of momentum and an opportunity to win tonight, they thought.
Started the day 68 points out of first place. Right now, he would be 101 back. All right, lights are out on the pace car. Let's reset it for you. Joey Logano, as the leader, has selected the high side. Surprise, surprise. Trevor Bayne down low. Here we go. Ricky Stenhouse trying to get around his teammate. That higher groove is definitely the preferred line. Oh, a little contact between the two, and Stenhouse flushes the wall. That's not going to go over well.
This racetrack is extremely slick right now, especially the bottom side of the racetrack, where there is less banking and no rubber down.
Cooler heads have prevailed for the moment. You see Brian Scott right underneath the 2 of Elliott Sadler. Ahead of them, Sam Hornish Jr. and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. side by side.
Hornish trying to make a move there. Elliott Sadler trying to fill that top side of it. Yeah, he's going to be able to drive around Sam Hornish. You can see how much higher that 2 car is entering the corner than the 31 was when they got in trouble. Elliott looks like he's working the top edge of that groove.
That's exactly the groove.